Hey everyone, it's 4 April 2022, first rip of the year. Beautiful day today. It's about 7 or 8 degrees, and that's the high. And I've just started out. I'm on just off of Allen Lake Road, south of Algonquin Park, and I'm at the old mill where I come here lots of times. Just to orient you, the old trapper's cabin. This is the Opiongo River here right in front of me, and the old trapper's cabin that I go to all the time is just over there. You can't see it through the trees, but it's over there about 300 or 400 yards. So I don't think I'm going to get too much off of the rail bed trails today because of the conditions. I mean, even on the rail bed trail, I'm sure I'm going to get turned around at some point because of crevices and deep water holes. It's still pretty early in the season, but I'm going to go down the rail beds as far as I can. If I can get on into some of the offshoot trails, you know, I'd like to get around Dickens Lake and through Minnow Lake, maybe over to Haskins, but I highly doubt I'll be able to get that far. But we're going to give it a shot, and we'll just make it up as we go. So here we go. I got a brand new GoPro Hero 8. I bought the Hero 8 because, well, the Hero 8's got really good reviews, and you know, they're a lot cheaper than the Hero 10s. So just going back out onto the main railbed trail here now. Opiongo River to the right. So I'm heading west towards, well, I'll come up to close to that junction where the trail goes over to Spectacle Lake Lodge. I highly doubt I'd get through there today because, you know, it's early yet, and there's still deep woods and ice and water holes once you get into the woods. But we're going to go as far as we can. Madawaska is about probably 10 kilometers ahead of me. I doubt I'll make it that far. That's just based on previous experience riding this time of year. I mean, it's all good right now, no problem, but it's when you hit the where the trail goes over a creek or a big puddle, you know, those areas tend to, it melts underneath the ice first, and then you get a great big, you know, crevice with, you know, 2-foot deep edges on both sides. And, you know, I mean, you can swallow a dinosaur in a lot of them. And you got to be careful, because if the front collapses on you, you know, it'd be just like running into a brick wall. So you gotta watch your speed too. Lots of moose tracks. Hey, there's a moose standing. There's a moose right, I hope you can see it. I'll get as close as I can. There's about 300 yards ahead of me, and he's standing and looking right at me. I think it's well, maybe it's a deer. It's either a huge deer or a small moose. I think it's a moose. Yeah, it's a moose. We're just standing here looking at each other. Yeah, there he goes. He turned around. I don't want want to scare them. We'll just sit here and look at each other for a minute. Okay, there he goes. Well, that's a good start to the year. Where did he go? It's amazing where they can go and how fast they can go. I mean, that's probably like waist deep for me down there. And they just go through it like nothing. Just like a tank. Wow. He's gone. Him. Well, he went that side, so he didn't cross the river, so he's over there somewhere. That's a really wicked trail right here. I almost flipped in there a couple of years ago, just over here. It gets really off camber, and I got really steep. I was by myself, and it was pretty dodgy for a few minutes. Okay, so where I saw the moose was just back there. That's where that iron bridge was, and I'm heading east now, back on the rail bed. This trail here, so there's a rail bed continuing up there towards that's east. You know, you'd be going towards Barry's Bay and all that. I didn't think I was going to get through there. There's no problem at all. Yeah, this is my last stop of the day before I head back to the trucks and take a little break here. And so I just want to give you a little update on what I'm going to be doing this year. Basically continuing what I started last year, which is a lot more active in my filmmaking. I've been doing this for years, but I really kind of got into it a bit more last year as far as making the you know, a bit of basic editing. That's all I do, and that's all I'm going to continue to. I'm going to keep everything really simple. I'm not going to get fancy and add music and a whole bunch of fancy graphics and titles and all that kind of stuff. It's basic, but you know, it'll be lots of riding, and it's kind of the same style of riding and lots of solo stuff. Occasionally I get out with some people, but I really like going solo. I really do. That's what I enjoy most. I like getting into the deep dark woods all alone. I don't do anything crazy or stupid. I'm not out here to try and destroy my bike and see. Or it's not a bike. It's a quad. I hate to call it a bike. I don't like calling these things bikes. They're not bikes. They're quads. But no, I'm not out here to test the toughness of my Grizzly. I know it's a good machine. I just like to explore and get into remote lakes and things and trails. And there's tons of stuff. that I go down all the time. The same, like, you know, a lot of the stuff is the same stuff that I do all the time, but you know, it's all good stuff, and it's like golfing. Every time out, it's different conditions, so it's like a new trail all the time, you know. So I'm not sick of it. I hope you're not sick of it. And but I do plan on doing some stuff that on film that I've been to many times, but I never got. I don't have it on film very much. And up north of Denby, going up that way, and then up down in the Massanuga there, up Effingham Lake area, and up through that area. I forget the name of the lake. We used to go to. Is it Barker Lake? Yeah, up through there. That's good stuff. And so I'm going to try and plan on doing some rides over there. So that's south of me. I'm up by Madawaska right now, and this is where I primarily ride. You know, so I cover kind of, I mean, just south. I'm just kind of a lot of, just about all my riding is kind of along the south edge of Algonquin, about 7 or 8 kilometers south of the border, or the southern border of Algonquin Park. And then, you know, east and west, you know, over, you know, Coe Hill. I haven't been down there yet for a while, but, you know, that's kind of the westernmost area I've been to. Coe Hill, and then, you know, west as far as Ampa. But I mean, I haven't been to Ampa for years, but the main focus is kind of east and west of the Highway 41 corridor, and then up here in Madawaska area. And, you know, my channel, I'm not here to get subscribers, you know. I just do this for fun. I'm not trying to, this isn't my business or anything. So I'm not trying to, I'm not one of these guys who's begging people to subscribe or anything. If you want to subscribe, fine. If you don't, you know, that's fine too. I'm not here to do this business. I don't want to get wrapped up in making videos and all that stuff all the time. And, you know, I'm not really much of a talker. I like to just do things and just show them on video. So anyway, so about the worn plow that I had, we had a lot of snow this year in Palmer Rapids, and I have a 20-car driveway, and I used my plow, but I didn't use it that much. I used it 4 or 5 times. I did the majority of my shoveling with by hand, but I did use worn plow, and it did exactly. I mean, it's incredible how much snow you can push with this thing. I mean, my tires didn't slip a couple times in really heavy stuff. Wet stuff, you know, the tires skidded a bit, but I mean, no problem. I didn't, because I got a paved driveway, I took those little sliders that are on the bottom of it off, and I just went with the wear bar on the bottom of the blade, and it worked great. I mean, really nice machine. So I'll be doing some more of that this year. I didn't film at all with it. Just didn't get around to doing any filming with it. So, but no, it all worked great. No damage, didn't wreck anything or anything like that. But like I said, I only used it 3 or 4 times the whole winter, and we had a lot of snow this year. It came late. I mean, the snow only started. I mean, we had snow, but I mean, the real big dumps. We had one huge dump kind of mid-December, a big wet, heavy snowfall, and then it kind of backed off. And then about I don't know, a week or so after Christmas, probably around the 10th or so, we started getting lots of snow, and then the temperature went to like -50, and it stayed at -50 for about a month. I'm just being facetious. It was more like, you know, it was in the kind of the -20 to we had a couple days it was -35. It was cold. And it was a cold, snowing winter. And you know, this spring is a slow melt, which is good. You don't want a fast melt like we did last year. So anyway, I got one other toy, and I'll put a picture of it here in a minute. I got a new motorcycle. Just picked it up a couple weeks ago, actually. It's another Kawasaki 650 KLR. It's a 2022. And I sold my 2018 like an idiot last fall, and I regretted it as soon as the guy drove out the driveway with it. So I thought I could live without a motorcycle, but I can't. So I called the Good Time Center up in Ottawa, and I wanted another KLR. So I managed to get a 2022, and here's a picture of it. And so I'm be doing a trip out to the East Coast via the States on it this year. I go through I cross the Cornwall, and then I go through over Lake Champlain on the north end, and then into Vermont, go across New Hampshire and Bangor, Maine, and then come up at St. Stephen, New Brunswick, all along the coast, through Moncton, and then north up to the Miramichi. That's where my in-laws are. So that's where I go. So that's my big trip that's coming up, and probably be doing that late June, early July, something like that. Okay, good morning. It's 11 April. It's about 9:30 in the morning. It's right around 0 degrees out right now. So I went here for a rip. This is called Red Pine Lake. It's close to Allen Lake, and it's the area that I normally ride. So we're gonna go for a rip around here. I'm hoping conditions are a bit better than last week, and I can make it into Haskins Lake and Minnow Lake. But I'm gonna make this up as we go, and we're gonna go a bit to the west here first, and see how far I can get in this trail. Here we go. The conditions might actually be even worse than they were a week ago, even though it's been mild, because now what's going to happen is like last week, a lot of the crevices and deep stuff was still pretty solid and frozen over. I still got turned around last week, but I still made it across a lot of the areas that I didn't think I would be able to make it across, but now they might have melted, and there might be more crevices than there was last week, but there's only one way to find out, and that's what we're here for. Okay, we're just going to go up this little trail here. I think it goes over to Red Pine Lake. Never been on this trail before. Oh, there's a hunt camp back here. Okay. Wow. Didn't know this was here. Yeah, that's Red Pine Lake. We'll just take a quick walk down there. I mean, we're not far from where I started, but I got turned around on the other trail. I got in there 400 yards, and I hit a great big deep hole with steep edges on it. I can't get through it. And if I was with somebody, I'd probably go for it, but this is a nice lake. They're all nice lakes. Yeah, Red Pine Lake. So I started where I began over there was just over here, and I was facing that way. I could have gone down it last week, but I couldn't have got back up it. This is pretty steep. That's a better look at Allen Lake than because once the summer comes in, it gets pretty overgrown. You can't see it very much from here. Okay, we'll go over to my lookout here. That's the swampy part of Jack's Lake right there on the left. And of course here is this very nice lookout. Beautiful day. It's already warmed up probably 2 or 3 degrees in the last 20 minutes. Oh man, oh, it's a waterfall. Okay, now now that it's not overgrown, you can really see this. So that drains out of the swampy part of Jack's Lake right there and flows down into this other swamp. Nice. Like normally, it's so overgrown here, you can't even see that in the summer. Really nice. If there's that real thin ice, then that's no problem. This is that hole that's got all the medicine ball sized rocks in it. I'm already losing my voice. Okay, so no problem for that. So now we're coming up to Jack's Lake. So that lookout with the waterfall and everything that I just came out from, that was just over there. In here 3 times with my wife and our dog. We came in here, hiked in here 3 times over the winter. Most recent time was about a month ago. It's easy hiking because it's groomed sled trail in the winter. All right, Haskins Lake. Perfect. Take a little break here. Just do a quick little walk around first. Check everything out. Been here 1,000 times. So Minnow Lake and over towards Spectacle Lake Lodge and Fish Lake Mountain Lookout and all that, it's in that direction. Barry's Bay is in that direction there, which is west, or sorry, east and west. Nothing but Algonquin Park to the north. There's nothing anywhere out here except bush for a long ways. This is a nice area. Lucky to have this close at hand. Okay, I found this nice little area here. That's Haskins Lake out there. I'm not too far from the campsite. I've never seen this before, and it's nice and open trees. I'm going to drive in here as far as I can, and I think there's a nice ridge over here. I'm going to see if I can get to it. So here we go. Boy, that's a nice spot. Oh, quick little walk around. That's a different view of Haskins Lake. So here we go. Steep hill coming up here in a little bit, and if I can get down that, if it's not plugged up with deep snow, it should be okay. Last year when we were hiking through here on snowshoes, 18 kilometers, I took that trail by mistake, and we ended up, I didn't even realize we got off the main trail. And this was like, 2:30 in the afternoon in January, so it was getting dark by 4:30, and we still had like 7 or 8 kilometers to hike out, and we ended up way in there, walked in there about close to a kilometer before I figured out we had to come out and take this trail. This trail in the winter, this isn't groomed for sleds, so I'm probably the first one through here this year, because last week you couldn't get through here. Good engine braking on the Grizzly. Now this tree right here on my right, that's snapped off. That wasn't here last fall. So that just snapped off this winter. And it snapped off perfectly parallel to the trail, so that's good. If that had been across the trail, I probably couldn't have got over it. Coming up on Dickens Lake. Man, the water's up. Whoa. That's expected though this time of year. It's cool out, man. Well, there has been a couple of quads through here this year. And those are fresh tracks. I mean, normally I can drive out there another 20 feet, but not right now. Okay, so that's Dickens Lake, small lake, really nice. We're getting there. Like I said, it's not too long. I think it's about, well, from where I started back there, like, I don't know, a couple of kilometers. Maybe 1.6 miles, something like that. Down here where I think when I was down here last, I think it was Labor Day weekend, but I think a bear jumped into the water just as I was coming to the end of the trail, because there was a big splash. This is that's the trail right there, I believe. I'll have to look on the map, but that's the one I think that goes over towards Loon Lake, and this is called the Wolf Trail right here. Oh, this doesn't look very good. Well, this might stop me here. This looks like a swamp with thick ice. Damn, I'm really close to. I'll have to walk on that and check it. If it's solid, it should be okay. And it looks pretty solid, but I don't want to fall through some ice here. Yeah, this should be no problem. Well, Yeah, it should be. That's still 2 feet thick. The problem is sliding. You don't see it on camera, but it's really tilted here, and I don't want to slide into those trees, up against those trees. In fact, yeah, that might be nasty. I'll have to see here. Yeah, I was coming in, I'll show you where it was. Just up here a little ways yet. Oh wow, man! Like this is really low, and it's taking a quick little walk around here. So yeah, I mean normally that's all water there, but I'm not sure why, but every year they drain us. I mean that water's down 100 feet from the shoreline. I mean that's all water in there normally. There's a Jamaica beach here right now. Look at that. Whoa, I mean I could drive out here. This is actually Little Cub Bay. Bark Lake is over here. This is like a bay of it, but Bark Lake is just beyond that. Those trees and those hills over there. And Bark Lake is a huge lake. It's like I don't know, 20-25 kilometers long. Man, I should bring the Grizzly out here. This is cool. Nice driftwood here. But yeah, right over there is where the big splash was, and I mean it had to be a big animal because it was a big splash. I just saw something move out of the right corner of my eye. So it's a mystery. Okay, John and I are just leaving the hydro station here just south of Denby. We're going over to Merrill Lakes and Partridge Creek and all that today. Okay, we're coming up to the beach. Wow, the water's high. Whoa. And I guess we're going to stop here and just take a little break. Press on. The problem with there's a big dip right in the middle of it. I think we should get through that. It's strong. Get through it. problem.
Yeah, we cut through with an iron knot.
But it's all tumbled down and somebody put a tarp up. Oh yeah, it's completely rotten. Yeah, we'll take a little break here. Okay, we've left the hillbilly camp and we're heading north. Talking about. Well, I got soaked again. Both feet that time. Oh, my feet are just absolutely. It's like there's a puddle of water in my boots now. I'm gonna have to fix that for the next ride. Okay, we're still heading east north of Merrill Lakes. And if this is the track I think it is, this gets pretty nasty up ahead. Like I say, I mean, I just don't ride down here that much anymore, so I kind of forget. Yeah, I remember this area now. funny because every time I've done this trail in the past, it's been going in the other direction, so like looks new to me. But I haven't been through here in 6 or 7 years. Nice stuff. So we're north of Mirror Lakes now. I don't know where we're going. Well, I know where we're going, but who knows? We're just making this up now. I hope this is recording. My GoPro made a really weird beep when I turned it on. Well, I never would have known this. Oh no, it's still my... Is this the one that goes down by Bodette? We're going back down to Bodette Lake, right?
Yep.
You're going to go down a steep hill over here.
I was starting to think I missed the turn. So I came in here 3 or 4 years ago looking for this, and I couldn't find it.
Yeah, it's pretty obscure, eh?
Yeah. Never had it on the GPS.
steep hill. Oh man, there's a lot of more water in here than I can remember. This might get nasty. Pretty deep over there. Believe it or not, this is actually a trail. Not an official trail, of course. We're almost out on the road. Well, not road, the trail that goes into Bodat Lake. Really close. Professionally done. Okay, we're going to go down to Bodat Lake here now. Okay, last lake of the day is Feeney Lake. And today we'll go up along the shoreline. We're going further than I have in the past. Go right up to the end. Do we keep going?
Go around.
So that's going to be a wrap for the day. We're leaving Feeney Lake here now, and we're going to head back to the trucks. I hope you enjoyed the video. And the next ride, I don't know where it's going. Probably the north shore of the Madawaska. Probably be another solo one. But John and I did a lot of good trails today. It's nice to go out with a partner, and you know, you can just do more rugged stuff. Like a lot of the stuff I did today, You know, I know those trails, but I wouldn't have done them alone because it's pretty remote and you know, some pretty rugged stuff. So anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.